Well, we have a little story here that I have to share. Uh, got a comment today on my Pine Hill Cemetery video. Now, I did a lot of research when I looked this one up off of Shadowlands and therefore, and there is a lot of messed up areas for this cemetery to be found. And this, I don't know what the hell this person, is giving me, but I can tell you right now, this is not the cemetery I went to. I do not remember that, nor that. Well, the cemetery I went to is not this big. And this is... Let's see if I go back a minute. I gotta check something out. Oh, it went to black again. That was funny. That was strange. A minute ago it was all white, and now it went back to black. I don't know how the hell that happened, but this is a whole article. Talk about the story of the boy to the Pine Hill Cemetery that I went to. That runs out funny car looking for help because the family was murdered in a house, near the cemetery and therefore. But due to this person giving me this article, and like I said, the investigating that I did, Pine Hill Cemetery is located in Hollis, New Hampshire. I already know this again with the surprise of being located on Pine Hill Road. I can guarantee you right now that Pine Hill Cemetery that I went to is not on Pine Hill Road. It's on another road. And it's a name I cannot even pronounce. It starts with an L, I believe, but I gotta look it up. Hopefully I remember to put it in the description box. I'll have to look that up when I'm done here. But this talks about a family all in the name of blood. Abel blood. It goes on to talk about how this man, Elizabeth Boynton, married Seven Stones, Elizabeth, and Abel, and then you have, God damn it, Sarah B. Blood, brother of Abel, I guess, or Abel Jr., and it's a whole list of families that supposedly all died within this cemetery. But I can assure you, like I said, the cemetery they sent me is not the one I went to. And, this goes on and on and on about a damn person that went in there and did all this kind of, there's a Leonard's blood. And they go on in this whole thing talking about where they are, how they die. Not how they died, but where they are, all their stones, and when they died. And, it's telling me, person's pretty much telling me that they all died natural and they weren't murdered. And it says here at the end, the rumor of the family by the name of Blood having been murdered is simply that, a rumor. And it says to contact Abandoned but Not Forgotten. Please email us at Abandoned Not Forgotten with any questions. So I guess this guy might be a worker from this website. But like I say, he's got all his information wrong, as far as I can see. Because, like I said, Pine Hill Cemetery that I went to is not the one in these pictures. I don't know if I can pop these up. Because, I don't remember that big square block in there. And this cemetery looks bigger than the one I went to. So, that being said, it's good that this stuff comes up like this, because now I gotta go back into this and get myself some more information. And I'm going to have to do a map out, like I said, I didn't do before, and I wasn't thinking of this before when I started all this, but now I'm going to do it. just to prove my theories and thoughts that this person emailing me, in ways is wrong. But then again, as you can see here, I'm not trying to bust anybody's chops, but this page to me looks kind of fake. His name is Eduardo Carraccio. Eduardo Carraccio. I don't get it. He's got a Mexican hat on, and it looks like one of them crop fake pictures. I don't know. But I'm going to do some research in there, and I'm going to have to do another video on this because, right, the cemetery I'm looking at, and I know I went to, is on a different road. And I actually did a job out in New Hampshire about 2 weeks ago, and I went past the road. I was supposed to go down on that. Actually, I think I was on the road, but that it cuts over to. And I don't know. Maybe let's do a little map out right now. I'm gonna do a little map out right now because I'm gonna show you something. And gonna go take a look at Pine Hill Road now. There is a Pine Hill Road, mind you, in New Hampshire, but I do not. Pine Hill Cemetery, Pine Hill Road. It's in Nashua, New Hampshire. That's what it is. Now there is two big, huge cemeteries down Pine Hill Road. And this is where it gets tricky. Like I said, now I know this person is wrong. Because there is another Pine Hill Cemetery in Hollis, New Hampshire is right. And this is where people get this confused. Due to the fact that Pine Hill Road in Nashua has cemeteries too. And I've looked all through this stuff. And this is actually closer to Indian Rock Road that I was looking into before I did a video, but I messed it up. But that one, I can tell you right now and show you there's Native American spirits there and so forth. But where the hell? What? No, that ain't where I was. I gotta go through something here. Hang on, bear with me. Gotta see where I am. 130. No, that ain't even the one. What? Huh. Let me check something. That ain't even the one I... Pine Hill Road. Pine Hill Road. Pine Hill Road. Hollis. I'll show you what happens when you put up Pine Hill Road in Hollis, New Hampshire. And is this Hollis? I'm gonna go, if I come down here and see 130 again. Nope. That's Nashua. See? People get this. This is a big, huge mistake that people keep messing up on. And as you can see here, this is Pine Hill Road where it starts. And zoom in. Starting here. And go down. As you can plainly see, and I've looked through this before, like I said, this is very confusing of what people get mixed up. People get this mixed up all the time. Even the Shadowlands website got that mixed up. Because they have two things of that story of the boy running in the road. But I'm looking through Pine Hill Road right now, and I can tell you there is no cemetery along this road. And this is where it gets very, very confusing. So, that being said, I mean, you can go up, there's the end of it. And I mean, I scrolled through this whole thing, and there's no cemetery. You would see a marking or a dot, just like this, if there was a cemetery there. Now, if you do this, Pine Hill Cemetery. Hollis, New Hampshire. Boop, there she blows. There it is. And it's on this road. Not Trefoff. Can never pronounce that friggin' road. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Nope, ain't gonna let me. It's, what the hell. This is a very difficult road to friggin' goddamn get this stupid name. But I can guarantee you, N-A-R, not Trefoff. Not Trefoff. It's N-A-R-T-O-F-F, not Trefoff. It's on Pine Hill Cemetery and Not Trefoff Road. Let me see if I can zoom in, see if maybe it is that one with the big blocks. As you can see, these big blocks here. But as you've seen as I read in the article, they claim it's on Pine Hill Road, and that is not. There is another cemetery that I looked up that's near Indian Rock Road in Nashua. And people get this confused all the time. All the time. I mean, this could be the one in the pictures, but I guarantee that they are wrong of what they're looking at. This is the cemetery I was at on Not Trefoff Road. Not Trefoff Road, Hollis, New Hampshire. And as you can see, this is located near a farm. Very farmland. Here you go. You see it all black and white. Well, not black and white, in colors. It sits along this road. I did when I went to this cemetery. You can check it out yourself. When I walked off the road and into the road, I saw some skid marks sliding off the side of the road there. Got that on camera, boy. Oh, yeah, video. That's right. So, I mean, whether or not, the story is true, I don't know. You're still gonna. I wanted to go back here at night. I haven't able to because of the damn time thing, of course. But it is located in between two farmlands, and I'll tell you something, boy. All this, like I said, to tell you something, this is very confusing to people. Not Trefoff Road. I gotta keep saying that because I can't remember that name for the friggin' life of me. That name of that road reminds me of that first vampire in Nash Nutov, or whatever the hell his name is, from the 1920s. And it came in from silent friggin' movies, but there's a Pine Hill Road. It's off of Pine Hill Road, excuse me. Yeah, there's a Pine Hill Road, but it ain't even on there. It's on Not Trefoff Road, off of Pine Hill Road. So, does get people confused. I forgot there was a Pine Hill Road there. Actually, I was on this road a week ago doing a job. So I wasn't too far. I was up here more near the friggin' end of the road, but yep. Not Trefoff Road. People get that messed up. They don't know that it forks off right here. And they just assume it's on that. But still, there is another cemetery in Nashua. I think they also get that confused, too, because when I was looking this stuff up and everything, and I did happen to catch that cemetery, as I'm going to do in another video, because I got a few things I got to do, but I do got to look that up again, and I got to go back into the story. But as you can plainly see right here is Pine Hill Road, Not Trefoff, and that's where people get it confused. And there's the cemetery, right there, bang. You see the big, fork in the road, and it does end up back on Pine Hill Road that way, but, yep, people do get that messed up. And there's the other cemetery in New Hampshire, I do believe people get that very confused, because like I said, in Shadowlands, where I got it, they had two cemeteries, the one in Nashua and this one. This one looks more like it. This one, I would say, would be the actual cemetery, but the one in Nashua, I mean, yeah, you could plainly see right out that it's more near a main road and everything, and this is, of course, near more farmland and a wooded area, but Supposedly somewhere off to the distance was the house. So I don't know if the house got torn down. It was supposed to be near that cemetery, so whether or not it being there, and it got torn down, and the kid was running out through the cemetery in the road, like I think that's what the story said and how it goes. But they're saying that this is all. I mean, that article I just read saying this is all rumor. But if people get things wrong in the wrong location or the wrong place, well, then you can't disclose that. Like I said, there's another thing when people do things, and that guy clearly states in his thing that, oh, it's on Pine Hill Road. It's clearly on Pine Hill Road. I can go back and, like I said, I'm going to do another video on that. I'm going to get some more information on this. But I love when stuff comes up like this. It's great. At least I got people checking out my stuff and knowing what the hell's really going on around here. It's freaking pretty cool. This is what I love to do, man. Get mystery, history, and trying to figure out the shit in between. So as I go back onto this guy's thing again and read straight out, Pine Hill Cemetery is located in Hollis, New Hampshire. Again with the surprise of being located on Pine Hill Road. Another small cemetery. This one's supposedly the home to an entire ghostly family killed in the late 1800s. Not only the cemetery, but supposedly the road alongside its home to be ghostly by trying to flag down. Home to a ghostly boy trying to flag down cars for some reason. I don't know if the story is the murder is true, it says, regardless of any ghostly activity, but there is in the cemetery a set of stones which leads authority to it. A row of stones straight with an older man, his wife, another couple, two others, and family, 2 children, all set alongside one another in size, order from large to smallest. Last picture on the bottom shows it. So it's supposed to be that's right there, the row. I'll have to, if I have to, I'd have to go back to Pine Hill, figure this one out. Because like I said, this is pretty cool to have stuff like this. Like I said, it goes on reading about all the people with the stones, their birth and their death. It don't say nothing about murder. And that's what this article pretty much is all about. Of course, at the end it says it's nothing but a rumor. But, like I said, when you have misleaded information, that right there tells you. And this is starting to become a big, huge thing with me with cemeteries that have been moved or spoken of because people don't want you messing around with it. Right there, perfect example. Just like that one I found in Lancaster. I even literally took a screenshot of where the cemetery is that does not show on the map. And down the road it does show the cemetery of the map, on the map but there's no cemetery there but houses. So that tells me that thing was moved. And this one, you never know. This one could have been moved. This one could have been, mislocated. All kinds of stuff you can't look at no more. You got to look at every little option. And this story, to me, still could be true. I still got to get back at this place at night. Like I said, I wanted to, but hopefully it's sooner later than never. But with all this damn move coming up, I'm hoping to be a little freed up of time after it's said and done. Still got my last thing I gotta do. I'm hopefully gonna start the bathroom walls tomorrow. See how this goes. Woohoo! Everything else came out alright, but I'm very judgmental on myself, so hopefully it comes out good, but this I gotta do more investigating on. I'm going to look into that other cemetery. I'm going to bring that one to you on another mapping to show you what is very confusing and why people get this all messed up. And I think this person got it messed up too. Till that next video, YouTube Nation, be safe, take care, and hey, I'm telling you right now, I don't care what this person says. Believe.